So before we do anything really fancy with these keyframes, I do want to point out that there's a problem here. This arm in Illustrator was placed on a layer above the body, and it looks kind of funny with the other arm there. So you really want to plan things out very carefully in Illustrator before you bring them in. But for small errors like this, I'll show you how it is possible to fix them. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my Illustrator and pull this arm off into its own layer. It's also below the body, so now it looks correct here. If I do a File, Save, then back in After Effects, I can go to the body layer here under Layers, and I can reload this footage. When I reload it, it's going to change the body. It also changes its position a little bit. So I'm going to go back to Body and use my cursor keys and put it back over here. Let me move the head up a little bit too. The arm will have an easier time swinging up if the head is at the top of the body. Now how do we get this arm in here? Well, this time when we go to Import from the file and we choose our bobblehead file that I'm using here, I'm not going to bring it in as an entire composition. I will bring it in as footage. When I do that, I will get a single layer chosen right here. So we can actually bring in a single piece that we add or change in our Illustrator file. So with the arm now here, I can add it and put it underneath the body layer. But notice it puts it in the center of the screen. It can make it easier to hide the head. And using the cursor keys, I'm holding down the Shift to move quite a bit. It will be a lot easier if I view this at a magnified view. So I'm actually going to go to 100%, which is pixel for pixel what it will look like. Don't worry about the blurriness. We'll fix that later. So this arm now I can tweak just a little bit more and try and get it so that it's positioned correctly. I can also go ahead and swing it down for its starting position. I'll move the anchor point down to here and look for the rotation value by pressing R, and let's try and swing it down into its position. This helps me then match it up with the other arm a little more carefully. So now I should be able to keyframe the arm to come up and go back down. But this will be its starting position here at 0 seconds. Let me turn the head back on and change my view back to fit. So there we are.